and welcome to This Is Austin.
Yes.
Kano, you build your own laptop.
Boo! So this is a build your own laptop kit. We have had many comments over the years saying, you build a lot of game PCs, why don't you build a laptop? Well, fun fact, you can't until now.
I mean, yeah, we just proved you a liar because we have one right here. So we were browsing our local Best Buy, as Austin pronounces it, which I hate.
Best Buy? Wait. Time out. What's wrong with saying Best Buy?
It's Best Buy.
Best Buy?
Best Buy.
There's a T in there. Best Buy.
It's the pause in the
Best
middle
Buy.
that I hate. It's just Best Buy.
So this is roughly $300 or so?
Something like that. It is 100% meant for kids. So let's get that out of the way first. This is not.
As you pull out your melon baller.
This is not going to be an i9 gaming laptop. This is not going to be whatever. It's
almost like a glorified Raspberry Pi in a lot of ways.
Yes, and that's about all I know about it. How to make a personal computer. Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna learn how to make a personal computer.
You are the last person who should be using that. So we have what looks like the main motherboard.
Yeah, well, it's actually more than that. It looks like it's also the screen.
Yes, because this is not only is this a laptop, it's a tablet. So basically, you're building a Microsoft Surface tablet.
So I guess what we're missing
chunkier
here. So it shows obviously a lot of our stuff is already underneath this heatsink, right? So flash storage, memory, processor, power management. So you're not actually like installing the CPU or anything like that. But we're missing things like the battery. I assume maybe this is like a speaker or something. What else is in the box?
Yeah, let's find out.
This is also very thick, I will just say. We do have like those kind of like pogo pen style connectors for what I assume is like the tablet-y kind of keyboard. But it very much feels like this is a thick boy Surface.
All right, well, first off, a cool looking red power brick.
USB-C?
USB-C.
Excellent.
Took how many years for Microsoft to give you that?
Wait, they actually still don't give you that. They still give you the Surface connector. But it can charge via USB-C.
It does have it, yeah.
It doesn't come with it though.
So, matching in the box. I think that
It's cool.
I like colored products that everything's just black or like that glossy white. I like when companies do this.
Little flare, perhaps.
Yeah, and then so US plug. It's kind of hard to show this here.
Oh, it's all attached.
Yeah.
Wait.
So we got to kind of take this whole thing out.
Yeah. Oh, this is actually really cool. So we have our back chassis for the laptop.
Clear, so you can show off all the work you did.
And then we have what is really just like a Surface style keyboard, right? So you actually have a trackpad, you have a keyboard with real physical buttons, and then you have like the back little like panel, which I guess you can
like a hand strap. Oh, like lock it.
I guess. We'll have to finish building it.
First thing I'll say, I like the color scheme. I really like the orange and the gray. Again, I like color in my products.
Yeah.
I'm happy they did that. So
and this thing does, so to be clear, this runs Windows. This is not just like a toy, right? This runs a full version of Windows. Now it just says Intel processor and like 4 gigs of RAM or something. So I don't imagine it's anything more than like an Atom or a Celeron or something, but still. So that's the speaker.
This is a speaker with, headphone jack. So you look there.
Look at that.
So when you're building it, it's clear, like there's a couple, like the pins here. So you're just connecting cables, which, I mean, is fine.
So it looks like it's got a micro SD card. Yeah, but it actually has an internal speaker port.
Yeah.
So you literally just plug that in. And it also has the battery connect, not via some like proprietary pin out, but like actually just USB-C. So I bet you that's just literally USB-C battery.
USB. All right.
Interesting.
So even if you end up hating this thing, battery bank.
This is actually really cool, right? Now, obviously, as a seasoned PC building professional, I will have no problems whatsoever building this laptop. All right, this is only a 45 watt hour battery. So essentially, this is far larger than a normal laptop battery, probably because they put it in such a big case.
Yeah.
All right, interesting, go right ahead. Although that should, for something like this, which is very low spec, that should still give you plenty of battery life.
That feels nice.
Okay.
So we're gonna plug in right here.
Okay.
All right. Then we got 2 little pegs. Well, I mean, I guess I can be disappointed because it's only a mono speaker. But
sure. But you installed the speaker yourself? I will say, look, I'm sure this is great for kids. And this actually would be, I'm sure, a good kid system. But I wish they made it a little bit more challenging. Like, why couldn't I have dropped like the board in or something? Like, I'm sure they would get a lot of returns because kids would like break it or whatever. I just wish there was maybe a little bit more to it than just plugging 2 components in and snapping it back on. So let's put it in the actual carrying case.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't read the how to build a personal computer.
I know you didn't. I don't know why you went and grabbed the instructions.
Wait, actually, but we weren't supposed to do that yet. It comes with a handy little magnifying glass. So I'm gonna take a look at the individual components. Oh, you know what? That's actually kind of cool. So each port is actually individually labeled. So it says USB, HDMI. You have like your charging integrated circuits, battery. I mean, that's actually really cool.
Which isn't actually that uncommon. Like most components on a board have some sort of labeling like this, but they are small, and a lot of people just kind of glance over them because they can't see them. So I think that's actually a decent inclusion to have the magnifying glass.
And now, we say that you've never been able to build a laptop before. That's not strictly true. There have been some one-off kits. There are certainly some crazy, like, gaming laptops that actually have, like, socketed processors. The problem is that as technology advances, things get smaller, things get more integrated, and generally speaking, you don't expect to use a device which is, what, like 2 inches thick, right? I mean, that's massive by today's standards. It's possible. I would bet that most companies have done the research and go, that's not gonna make money, no one's gonna actually buy it.
You're right.
But this is cool because it does give you something different. I really wanna fire this up.
Yeah.
I really wanna see, because I mean, it is heavy, right? And one of the problems with this, I will say, if this is for kids, it doesn't feel massively durable. It's huge and thick, but it's also very heavy. Like, I think a kid may actually have a problem. Like, a kid's not gonna wanna leave this in their backpack all day. Where's the power button? Oh no, it's right here.
What is this power? Oh, there's another. What is this power button?
I don't know. Oh look,
This is also a power button.
We also have a little light on the keyboard. I'm not sure you can see this. There's a little light on the keyboard. There we go. All right, we are up and running. So this is a 1366 by 768 display, which is code for not good, but again, kids, kind of understandable. So there you go. We've got
Windows
pretty standard,
pre-installed.
yeah, pretty standard version of Windows.
I'm a little shocked that they install like that Windows comes pre-installed. If the whole idea is to learn about, building a PC or doing all these things. I wouldn't be surprised if they said, here's how you install the OS on. I mean, that's just part of the complete package. I mean, I also get that they want to sell this for a kid. It is nice that you go through the whole thing here, but
yeah. I am kind of surprised this doesn't have Linux on it. Oh, hey. I feel like everyone's been staring at this the whole time. Look, there's all these lights in the back.
Oh, look at that.
So actually, wait. So battery shows that it's batterying. Speaker is active. That's actually kind of cool.
I don't hate that keyboard.
It's fine. If you're a child, it's fine.
I don't think it's any like worse than like the Surface one.
Oh, Kano just. Oh wait, hang on. Something's happening. Kano's happening.
Okay.
Activate.
Welcome to your Kano PC. Thanks for building me. Together.
I don't like that it's mildly sentient.
You can control computers using code. Let's write your first line. Type print hello world and press return on your keyboard.
I'll be the computer voice. You go through. You're supposed. Nope. Matt, you already f***ed up. You already f***ed up. You're supposed to
print.
type print. Oh my god.
Hey
this
guys,
is for children.
Guys, I'm so old that we didn't. When I went to like computer classes, it was not for this.
Hello world.
Great work. You just wrote your first line of code.
So this is actually pretty cool. It's teaching you exactly
yeah.
how like a very basic level of coding works.
Bam! Look at that.
Whoa.
We're ready to set the rest of
We
our
just
computer.
left DOS and we're now back into real UI world. Whoa, Kano world?
Kano
art. Code? Create art using typed code. Do it.
Yeah. Got it. Make art.
All right, make some art, Matt. Cookies on this site. It's just a web wrapper.
It's just a web.
Look, we're really trying hard to show you the viewing angle on this screen.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I need like.
It's still. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to back out your garbage.
It's still yelling at me that I spelled the wrong thing.
There we go. All right, I'm gonna code like a cool person. Hey, look at that.
All right,
I did it.
We'll go back to the.
I wrote code. I'm such a coder. Thanks, Kano. Actually, that's cool though. It basically exactly tells you how to do something, right?
Yeah.
That is very, very cool. I mean, this is obviously very early, right? Because it literally just tells you type this in. But as you type it, you see how it's making a difference in it. And it kind of sets up like, okay, you need to create the syntax in a correct way. You also need to make sure that you're not just like adding lines randomly. Because like my initial instinct was just like type a line and then it's gonna like move to the next thing. But you're actually like drawing, or you're building out the whole code base from start to finish. You're not just like doing one line, then it moves you to the next lesson or something. So it's explained to you as you go. The first number is the width and the second is the height. All right, this is cool. Now, of course, as we built our own laptop, let's take a look to see what the specs are. We got to look at some specs, right?
Yeah, I want to see if it's in Celeron or...
It is, in fact, yes, it is a dual core Celeron processor.
Okay.
4 gigs of RAM, and we're running on a generic SD card as our operating system, which of course is a full version of Windows 10. Now, it's only 64 gigs or 57 gigs of actual space, which means that out of the box we have 20 gigs. So the only thing is, I'm actually curious. So it says it's running on an SD card.
That's one thing I'm gonna dock it for, is you can't access that SD card easily.
Well, not only that, you wouldn't want to, because that's your operating system, right?
Right.
So like if you take that out, you don't have Windows anymore. Because unless there's another, which I don't think there is, unless there's another operating system or like an internal SD card, I think the issue is, unless...
No, as far as I can tell, that's the only one. But the even like with the Raspberry Pi, you shut it down, you can easily pull the card out to put out, you know, I guess you don't really need to do that though, because you have full Windows.
Is there actually an SD card in there? I actually can't tell. There actually may be a second. Because it does say flash storage inside. So I wouldn't be surprised if underneath this heatsink is a micro SD card already, and that's the one you add to expand. That's my assumption on this. So you do have to take it apart to install, but you could install a micro SD card here. You also have 2 USB 3.0 ports and HDMI. So you could also use that to expand your storage. You know the problem is, if a kid is used to an iPad, this is gonna feel ancient and slow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I was just thinking about that.
Like, they cut corners big time on the spec of this. Obviously, you know, for coding and stuff, it's going to be fine. But this Celeron is about the cheapest processor you could possibly buy in 2021.
Bringing it back around, are we recommending this for anyone over the age of 6 or 7? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
And even then, it's kind of a hard sell of like, this is great for a school. It's like... We'll tear it apart. We'll, you know, like put it in your cubby, whatever. I think it's great. But I love the idea of it, and I just wish that there was more adult versions of these where you could customize it, pull out pieces, you know, change up the SSD, change up the CPU. I personally would easily be okay with this thickness. You know, because if you switch this to like magnesium, suddenly this is a fairly lightweight thing in this chassis.
The thing is, though, this was $300, right?
Yes,
this is a $300 device that really is for kids, right? It has all the Kano stuff, which, to be fair, Kano make other devices, and so you can do like the little like Raspberry Pi style kits that they sell. The fact that you can build your own laptop is cool, but I think they might be slightly overselling it. And to be fair, I don't actually know if they position it as build your own laptop. I think how to like make is probably
it's a kit. Like,
I mean, you plug 2 things in and snap a back on.
When I first saw this, I really was hoping that we would get to, you know, pull off, like actually like install the heatsink, you know, maybe install some of the RAM. Hell, I would love it if they had, you know, found a way to make any of the ports like clickable.
Yeah.
So like you're almost building the motherboard.
They really rely on you taking out your little magnifying glass and looking at it, which is cool. And the fact that it's clear definitely gives you a sense of like, oh, I built that. But I mean, it's fine if you're a little kid and you can build it. I mean, that's obviously very simple, but it's certainly not building a laptop in any kind of traditional sense. That being said, though, it's cool, man. It's pretty cool. Let us know what you think about the Kano laptop in the comments below and whether or not you would actually ever want to build your own laptop. Other than that, please make sure to ring-a-ling the ding-a-ling bell, subscribe to This Is, and we will catch you next time when we try to build, I don't know, a PS6. Probably our next clickbait video.
Sold by Kano.